All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Majestix Heroclix Podcast. If you like our content, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. If you're interested in learning more about Bronze Age and the Majestix Open Series, please check out the Open Series website. Also, if you want to learn more about Heroclix strategies, tactics, and top lists from the game's top players, please visit the Majestix Apex Insiders website. Lastly, if you're looking for Heroclix singles, please visit our eBay stores. All the links for everything I just talked about is below in the description. My name is Jeff, and as always, my co-host Patrick.
Hello, everybody. So we had a pretty fun weekend.
Dude, it was good, yeah.
So
it
was
more fun on different areas of fun for different people.
So we had a WizKids Open that we all convened at in Fresno. So it was like, what, 2.5 hours for you?
It was like 3.
3 hours? Okay, ours was about 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was nice. Cool, we all got to meet up, and 25 players there?
Aaron, that's good.
Aaron actually ran a good event. So,
yeah.
There's that.
I was a little surprised. It happens once
in
a while.
Let me... we should probably clarify this because that's such a backhand compliment. That's such a backhand compliment. Like, I can't believe when he said that. Everyone was like, "Can't believe he said that." Okay, so
thanks.
I don't know. Yeah, so, Jonah, congrats on winning. First of all, you went through a tough field. Jesus,
sir. It was a good team.
He squeaked in at 8, and then just ran through the top 8.
Yeah, dude.
Including
he had the hardest path to the top. So
yeah, the Alyssa playing the number 1 seed and beating her, and then playing Austin and then beat Paul. But when you say you actually ran a good event, that implies, just by you saying it that way, it implies that he either ran bad events before, or you were expecting him to run a bad event.
And I don't think either of those apply to Aaron.
None. Aaron always runs good events. I've been going there for years. Always good event. So the correct way to say it is, that was a great event, Aaron. You ran a great event. Not, you actually ran a good event.
Yeah.
So let's just change that little tone a little bit there. And I don't know if Jonah meant it that way. I don't know if you meant it that way. Maybe you did. And you're just trying to backhand him. And in that case, okay, I don't know if he did something to you or not. But yeah, saying it that way is like not a good it's not a compliment.
It's not the appropriate way to say it.
Yeah. Aaron ran a great event. There's a period, and you say it straight without any kind of sarcasm or facetiousness or anything like that.
Dude, honestly, I would add an exclamation point because it was solid.
Dude,
like, there's no hiccups. Like, it ran smoothly,
we got out of there
on time.
We got out of there quick. Well,
yeah,
because we lost early, but
yeah,
not as early as you. All
right, dude, I scrubbed out hard. It was all right. I was gonna come out and say it. I scrubbed out hard.
I don't want to. I know you said you're gonna hear it, but you're not really gonna hear it. I'm just gonna. I know you were like, all right, lay it on to me, lay it on.
I was like,
dude, it was fine because I'm mad at myself because I didn't win map pro.
Yeah, dude, right?
Oh god, dude, that was rough, man. You were watching the whole game. I was like, Jeff is watching my whole game. Shit kicked in.
No, I was like, I don't.
Oh, you watched me against Landers. You watched me against Landers.
Yeah. I was just like, during that Paul game, I was like, he could hit the Sabretooth, but it's not going to do much.
It's not going to do anything.
He could hit the Magneto. Still not going to do much.
It's like his team. All right, so like how it was, because I haven't played in a while, like a long time. I played in the bronze, mostly bronze, so I didn't know anything about modern. So I was telling anyone who listened last week, I told Jeff I was going to play a Cosmic Troll team, and I actually wrote on the sheet.
Wrote it on the
Cosmic Trolls because I played. So I played 3 dice manipulators and 4 probability control guys, and it's a cosmic theme, and then the WWE ring that lets me re-roll your range attacks into the ring, and I can re-roll my close attacks out of the ring.
Yeah.
which is perfect for Gardner because Gardner's in the ring, and he's hitting someone like at the other end of the map, kind of, and then you can re-roll it aside from probs. So so it was Q, True Lane, Unseen, Gardner, Groot, and 6 ID cards. I had I had to play 6 ID cards, or else you're looking at my 0 attack, 0 damage guys.
Yeah, you guys aren't doing much.
It was so
manipulating
funny.
dice.
I remember the people at the store here. When I told them about the team, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a funny team." And they go, "How do you win?" I'm like, I probably don't. I just troll them because they can't hit. We just go to time. But then I was like, wait a minute. I started looking at all the ID cards. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, if I go Cyclops, I have all these big beaters. Yeah. I go Jean Grey. That's another hitter. Magneto is there, and then Iceman and Rachel Summers for added. Like Iceman can randomly do in testing. I actually did my trick where I would port over Q from like my side of the map to like the other side of the map. I call him in and I just charge the back row of Colossals.
Oh my god, that's
because I don't need retail. I could just charge kill Carnage, and then charge kill Surtur, charge kill Groot.
Damn.
And then the Wendigos will kill Iceman, and then Groot comes over and kills all the Wendigos. So that was like the trick. Anyway, so that was playing that, and I was 4-0. I beat a Captain Marvel team. Oh man, like my team is like so bad against that format because there's so much poison, Prime Storm knocking back, and Captain Marvel just running through your guys. But I was able to stop them because if I just surround the Qs with Walking Woods, Captain Marvel can't get around because of the plasticity.
Yeah.
Pro tip there. So the guy that I played in round 2 was like, I want to ping your Q. I'm like, well, you got to get past Groot, or you got to get past Walking Woods. And he's like, I can't. I'm like, well, then you can't get him. He's like, fine, I'll go to Groot. So he goes to Groot, and then like 2 turns later, Captain Marvel dies. And then I played against 2 Jason Wingards, which, by the way, the Jason Wingard teams are stupid. 2 of them made in top 8, right?
Yeah.
Very similar. Dude, those Jason Wingards are dumb. That was like the most nerve-wracking games because when they call in the poison guys.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I can't hear you. Oh, now I can hear you.
Yeah, you could just like knock them into a wall as well. But also just trying to figure out which one they're gonna call in from their like on top of the ID cards that they could call in, they can still call in their bystanders.
Yeah, for free.
So in one turn, like the Jason Wingard could basically call in 2 IDs.
Yeah.
You call in an ID and you call in a bystander. What the hell? So you're just getting wrecked because like, okay, well, here's Jean, or here's Cyclops, or here's Beast, and then I'm gonna call in this Chewie, and now you're just gonna get flurried on, or you could go double. You could go like Wolverine and Chewie, and he's like flurry.
Yeah. Double Chewies is rough.
Yeah, but then and then I played. So I played 2 Captain Marvels against, and then 2 Jean Greys. And then I played against Alyssa in the top 4, in the last round that's what that picture was. In the round 5, we're both 4-0.
Yeah.
It's cool because we're both wearing the shirt, so we both played each other, and it was cool. Erin took the picture, and she beat me 108 to 100. And this is just me, like, not being just, like, in tune with a lot of things. And also Alyssa, like, she played it about as well as I think she's played it. She played it amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to nullify so she has 4 pulse wave call-ins, and I nullified 3 out of 4 of them.
Oh, nice.
Because of the 1 and the 2 on my dice, right?
Yeah.
And I just made sure that one of the Qs is out, like whichever one had the 1 or 2 is outside of the pulse wave range.
Yes.
So because if they go 1 more, then they poof. Right? So that's why I stayed 1 back, and I'm still within 8. So that was it. She missed all of them except for the last one, Iceman. I just couldn't. I miscalculated that, so that's fine. But the other thing was, when the Sentinel actually came over to hit. So when she did that, I came over and I retailed with the group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I retailed on like Magneto, whatever. The problem was afterwards I was ready to hit the Tri-Sentinel or the Stealth Sentinel. But in my like, I was like, oh, I get a good shot here, and I was probably gonna hit because I have a bunch of probs, and I think I'd have 4 or 5 on one of the dice.
Yeah.
So it would be 11 on 19, but I forgot to outwit the super senses on Stealth Sentinel. So I hit with Groot, and then she rolled super senses, and I was like, stupid, because then not only does she not take the 3 clicks, but the Walking Wood isn't popped out, and the Walking Wood can't flurry after that.
Yeah.
You know, then who knows? I could have done like 8-9 damage that turn, and at the end of the game, Stealth Sentinel was on the last click. So if I just outwitted and hit, would have been dead.
Yeah,
but
there you go.
I was just like, oh wow, and then, you know, when I attacked, I had already rolled the dice, and I was like, oh no, and then she goes, okay, take 3. She goes, oh wait, super senses. I'm like, oh great, 5. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Goes that, you know, and
Micro
I had to
decisions.
already burn, and I had exactly, and I had to burn the die like the 5 to change the attack, right, or the 4, whatever, because I could have replaced it was a 4. I could have replaced the super senses with that die, right? But then I need an 8, and there was 1 4 showing. I was like, I should replace it right now, because what if I don't roll? What if it's 2 3s? Then I miss.
Yeah,
but then because of that, I risked senses. But I guess it could have just been gone if I just outwit it. So anyway, there's that. And so we go in. So I had the most points out of everybody, even with the bullshit team that doesn't do anything. I still wiped every round, except for that
you did. It was impressive.
Yeah, that's crazy. The Gardner and the Cyclops are doing work.
Yeah.
And then the
Cyclops
top 8.
prop.
Yeah, the top 8 was Landers, really cool, Bebop, the Beebs.
Yeah, no, dude, he's been very really successful cool at that archetype, that framework of that team.
He's going to write an article on it, so we'll save it for that. But that is genius, and there's a lot of applications for that in Bronze.
Yeah, there is.
Because there's characters like Mole Man and Black Talon that can free mind control, and then you can activate the Pleasant Hill from Murray Hill.
Yeah, and just
that's so good. But the only problem is if you can outwit that power. So it's a really cool team, right? It's like Bebop and Rocksteady, the duo. They can, like, once per turn, a friendly character that shares a keyword can mind control them. Not for free, but just mind control.
Yeah, mind control.
Throg and Tigra are both animals, and they're animal. And Tigra has a 12 attack, so you're gonna hit that. Yeah. And Throg has Perplex +2, so you're gonna do that. Fine. But the thing is, after they do their move, they can attack, but they have a thing where they can, like, do a close attack and then a range attack, or a range and then close.
Yeah.
Something like that. So but then the Pleasant Hill is triggered. Now you can't target them with attacks. Yeah. So good.
Yeah, he was using it with Kobik. He was using it on with the Jean, the Black Queen, and Onslaught. Yeah. Like, he's had a lot of different iterations. He made top 8 with all of them. So
yeah, this and you know, the Bebop Rocksteady, because they get double attacks. That's a lot, right? Yeah. And then they can do they have deep dial too. But I'm like, so once I set it up, I'm like, all right. So if I outwit that, I can hit you. Yeah. I'm like, all right. I know it took a while. It took me like 5 minutes to figure it out. But I'm like, well, if I do this all right, he's dead this turn.
Yeah, and killed him. Everything went to plan.
That's weird, right? That turn where my team doesn't, like, he has a deep dial and my team doesn't really do anything, killed him.
Yeah, he has 10 clicks, right?
Or 9 or 10 clicks.
Yeah, 9 or 10 clicks. Like, he has a deep dial.
Yeah, because, like, Gardner hit twice. Cyclops did work.
Because he hit the 5, so he had the extra damage. Yeah.
You gotta tell him which Cyclops it was.
It was the Fast Forces from X-Men Xavier's school. Yeah. Oh. It's the white costume with, like, the blue stripe, right? So the X Factor version.
It's only 50 points.
And no, yeah. I was looking at it today because I was going through the Cyclopses, and I was just like, dang.
Yeah, I know, right? Nobody plays that guy.
I was like, well, because he has a 10 precision, right?
He's a
and
10
like a
precision sidestep, but he has
Yeah.
prob and RCE.
Yeah, the RCE is really good. I didn't notice the RCE till today.
Yeah, that's why. Also, he's 50 points.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys call him in. But the main thing is, so I think I rolled a 4 and a 1, and then his power is if he rolls, he can use probability control, but only if there's no 5.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, oh, I get to reroll, and Aaron's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah. So I reroll it, and it was a 5. Well,
yeah,
the
it's
trick
like a
kicks
5
in,
and a
says-
3 or something.
Yeah, and the 5, it says when you roll a 5, you increase damage by 1.
1. Yeah.
Well, now it's like, oh, okay, well now you're taking 5 instead of 4.
I was like, fuck. Sorry, buddy.
But then Groot came over and retailed and missed every single attack, right?
I remember. Yeah, that was.
I burned everything.
Like, he had a chance to come back.
No, but I killed him that turn.
Yeah, no. Turn. Like, you killed the Bebop, and then when you brought Groot over and did something else, right?
No, I just sent Groot over, and I tried to retell.
Yeah.
Because remember, he killed the seal, and I missed. I missed his attack. I did everything. I just missed everything.
Yeah.
And then, so because of that, I had to call in Cyclops and do the double attack with Groot. I mean, the Gardener.
Yeah, Gardener.
And then the last attack, I believe, was I had to push one of the Walking Woods to try to kill him.
To Flurry, yeah.
To Flurry. So, like, I killed him, and then basically that was done because, like, Tigra doesn't have charge, so she has to base Gardener.
Yeah.
And then that's when I rolled the 3 for Q. And when he rolled the Super Senses 5, I replaced it with the 3, and it knocked her back and killed her.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, then now you just have Throg. That's it. So
yeah.
That was a very interesting match because I didn't know how to I didn't know what I was gonna do because he barriered around Maria Hill.
Yeah.
So I had to wait until he cleared. So that that's when I moved over unseen. Yeah. So basically, what I had to do is I had to hopefully the seal and the seal and the guys are there to block him that he could just he just misses.
Yeah.
But he ended up killing the seal and I can't retell. But then I played top 4, and then I rematched with Paul with that Jason's team, and that team's so good. I just can't get over how good that team is. I just got wrecked, dude, because so I'm +6, he's +5, so he wins the map this time, and I beat him in the Swiss rounds because I won map. So this time he wins map, and it wasn't even close because I couldn't put the ring, and we were on Jotunheim Lake, and I can't see anywhere. So I don't have
no visible lines.
Yeah, I have no prob lines except for unseen, and I have the Trelane die, and there's nowhere for Groot to hide. So on turn 2, did you see when he burned 3 probs?
Yeah, he went after Groot to make sure he hit.
And I had a 2 showing on Trelane, and if he has a 1 on any of his die rolls, I can replace it, and he needs a 4 to hit.
Yeah, he rolled a 1, 3 times?
Yes.
It was...
Yeah.
He's
and
like, well...
Had to burn, he hit, so I remember it was he rolled, and it was a 6 and a 1, and I just let it go, and he goes, okay, I'm going to theme to prob it, and he gets, nothing, and so I prob with Unseen, and he gets a 1.
Yeah.
He theme probs it, gets another 1, and then he burns the other theme prob, and then it hits. I was like, shit. I'm like, okay. And then that was basically it. Because then I couldn't deal with. Oh, and then the worst one was that when you saw the picture was he crit hit Unseen with a mind control he mind controlled Gardener.
Yeah.
And Gardener again hits Unseen crit, so I can't even super sense out of it.
I know.
And he's just dead because now it's a crit and 4.
Yeah, it was back to back.
Well, that was it. Yeah, because he died. Both Qs were dead. It was Groot was dead, so I only had Trelane and Gardener left.
Yeah, there's.
So and I was like, and he didn't lose anyone. He had Sabretooth on the last click, and there was Jason's that were still coming up. Oh man, it was all bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good at that point. So.
All right. So then just I guess go over yours. You played the monster team that you played from the last time.
Yeah. So first round, I went against Jonah. It was close. I made some mistakes that the little micro decisions that cost you the game, and I realized them after the fact. So I won't do that.
Did he beat you? Like, what was the score?
I think I got like 75. He got like 100 points more than me. I think it was.
Okay.
I got points. I didn't get a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
And then what is it? I played. I played a Captain Marvel team that I beat. She swung across full board to kill the Groot, or to kill my Surtur and Carnage, but she ended up in the middle of three.
Everybody.
In the middle of three Wendigos.
They're just kind of go.
And the Wendigos killed her in one turn, and then I finished off the rest of the team. So that was a win. And then I played Robert. After that I played a robot team with that Anthony was playing with the Detective Datas, the Iron Man. I ended up winning. I got points, but I think the constructs were still alive at the end, or at least two of the constructs were. And then I played Robert with the mind control. That was a bad map choice on my end. And then he played my team for 35 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's all. Yeah, another thing. That's how like, I didn't realize too. The mind control the chaining was stupid.
Yeah, it's just lack of experience on my part, because I hadn't seen it in action before, and yeah, just it happened. It won't happen again. And then I played an Ultron team, the final round, and I beat that. I got Ultron, but he still had the robots alive. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah. And then
it was just a lot of undying stuff that I'm not used to in modern. I'm used to that in bronze, but in modern I'm not used to undying things. So it's an adjustment. It was a weird playing field, but it was a good playing field. So Vulture didn't make cut, which was weird.
Yeah, there's no I mean the metagame is always going to be a little bit different. Like in our neck of the woods. I know that in my games,
yeah,
I hardly got hit because they couldn't hit. Just because of just probbing and just dice replacements, it just couldn't hit anything. But it is hard because you have to decide like when to use the die manipulation or when to re-roll them. So, it was fun.
Yeah, no, I had a good time.
Like it felt good to get back there and play again, because it's been a while and I've only been playing really Bronze Age stuff, so it was interesting. But I mean, I guess the segue into new modern stuff coming out.
Yeah, previews. Let's go to two clicks for KO.
2 clicks from KO had their first. They're the first one to put the preview up. It was today.
All right, so we'll say goodbye to you for a little bit, Pat. And then we're going to scroll down, and we're going to start off with Blight. So we'll open our image in a new tab.
Woohoo, look at that.
So Blight has the Gotham City Underworld, Future, Monster, and Politician keyword. He has a walking nuclear disaster trait,
which is a lot of keywords, man.
That is, and it's a lot of reading for this trait too, but I'll do my best to get through it. So he has Poison. When Blight uses it, he has improved targeting through characters and elevated, and opposing characters within 3 squares in line of fire are considered adjacent. After resolutions, give a rad token to each character damage this way without a token of this name. Characters with the rad tokens modify their defense -1 and are dealt 2 damage by poison instead of 1. He has a movement power, a sidestep, and stealth for the first 2 clicks. Exploit weakness and shape change also on the first 2 clicks. And 70 points. Has Batman enemy and Gotham City Underworld team ability. He's okay.
He's Underworld. I exploit shape change. I feel like this guy's just like a sealed. This guy should be pretty good in sealed.
I was just thinking. I was like, in sealed, he could do some work.
I mean, sidestep, stealth, exploit shape change with reducer.
Yeah, and he's got psych pen.
That poison for like the whole dial.
Yeah, so that's really good.
Actually really good, and he can carry people too. So
6
Other than
range
that, I don't know. Yeah,
with
that's kind of cool.
RCE.
You know what? If the poison was within range and line of fire, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Because then you have 10 range.
Oh my god, that'd be gross.
But yeah.
All right. So let's scroll down. If you guys should check out the article, they're on World Press. Open this image. Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday.
So this is the one I was telling you we're talking about. I was saying how the power creep is like getting absurd with these kind of pieces.
Yeah, so it was a Batman animated series. We had a 125-point figure, very similar to this.
Basically the same, correct? Like they have the same amount of clicks.
Yeah, no, yeah, they both had 10 clicks, switching back and forth.
Right, and then but they come back too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it had the same come back on this.
But this one, oh jeez.
Yeah, so in Justice League, at the beginning of your turn, roll a d6. On a 6, give an action token to an opposing character that's 100 points or less.
Yeah, that's just free. That's awesome.
That's just going to become really annoying.
Like if you just happen to get it, it's awesome. If not, who cares?
Right? Yeah. It happened if it
Yeah.
So the life and death of Solomon Grundy. Free, turn Solomon Grundy's dial to the same click number of a different color. So you can do that once per turn, switching back and forth between the dials. The first time Solomon Grundy would be KO'd, instead turn him to either click 1, and he can't use this trait this game, Protected Pulse Wave. So the one I was talking about that was 125 is the Hawkman, Hawkgirl, was a JSA figure. So from, was it animated series, right?
Batman animated, yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy has 10 clicks of life for 75 points.
Yeah, that's...
Anybody else see how dumb that is? And he's a reducers on every single click. He has invincible imperv on the defense clicks. And then he has 11 attacks on the offensive clicks with flurry charge wherever, right? And high damage. But there's steel energy on both ends of the dial. So he can just keep healing.
Yeah.
This is gonna be this guy's nuts, and he's a monster.
Hey.
Oh, and he's a mystical?
Yeah, dude, mystical and modern
this guy's gonna soak up a lot of damage, man.
And if I remember, then Justice League is the same as the Brotherhood, right? So you on a 10 or plus, you leadership off yourself.
Yeah. Oh man, oh my gosh. Like the one interesting thing to note is if you're on the blue click and you're able to pin WWE. It's tough. Right? I mean, it's tough because you have to pull off your signature move.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
If you do the signature move, you can do it. But I mean, if you're able to do it, yeah, you could just kill him.
Hey, that's the thing. So
it's pretty
watch
funny.
out. Oh, so just to go back, did you see any WWE clicks during the Modern on Saturday?
I don't think so.
So I didn't see any at Chico either. So that's 2 weeks of not seeing any WWE clicks in like competitive 300-point Modern.
After the more I was thinking about it, I feel Eddie Guerrero goes well with the dice manipulating teams.
With the Three Amigos?
No. With his die, the die thing, because he can reroll 1.
Oh yeah.
So you combine that with like Q or Trelane, then you can like really manipulate the dice to your advantage.
Yeah. So okay,
of course you're not theme. You're not theme, but I mean, dude, that's pretty sick, right?
Yeah. So that 1's not necessarily a 1.
Yes. So and it's and he's actually more offensive because he could flurry 3 times.
Yeah.
And he's got that stupid stop click. So
yeah,
there could be something there.
But just a quick comment on the Modern. All right, so Solomon Grundy's cool. I think he's good. Yeah, he's got some good keywords.
Oh Jesus, that's cool.
All right,
this is the
motherfucker.
This
right
is,
here. Oh my god.
This I don't know, man. He's not unique. Oh, get out of here.
Yeah. So power creep to the extreme. So let's cause trouble. Sideline active. Friendly characters have free. If this character critically hits this turn or makes the third attack this turn that hits all opposing targets, place a character from your sideline that can use this Let's Cause Trouble trait adjacent on its blue starting line, which is the lower point 10 dial here of the specific figure. At the beginning of your turn, if Gorilla God started the game due to Let's Cause Trouble trait, let's roll a d6, and 4 through 6, return Gorilla God to your sideline. Hey, so let's call him in. He'll get to, well, he has like a free trait we'll get to later. Make an attack, and then if he's still there, he can come back and he can do it again next turn.
Yeah,
with no tokens, right?
So this is better than the critical miss guys.
Yeah, for sure.
In Heroclix, you're more likely to have, because the name of the game is to hit, right? So you hit, so you can to damage them, to KO, to trigger things. Well, this one rewards you for hitting 3 times, right? Or crit hit. Well, the trouble alerts were missing 3 times, and you never want to do that. So it just feels really bad. Even if you're able to call him in, it's terrible. This can put you over the top. Like if you hit, let's for example, okay, here's one. You retell with Groot. Groot hits, makes a Walking Wood. Walking Wood hits 2 more times. Then they call in Grodd, and then now Grodd hits.
Yeah.
And then does the trait. That can like put you over like really quickly.
All
especially with so many. Oh, you know who can do it by himself? Eddie Guerrero can do it by himself.
This is true.
You know who else can do it by himself? Vulture.
Wendigos.
Wendigo can't. See, there's like so many applications to something like that. So
Wendigo calls him in, right, for free. The next Wendigo comes in, does their attack with the empower this guy's giving him +1 damage. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, he's dealing 4 damage.
And he's free for calling in, but like if you just want to play him, he's only 10 points.
Yeah. Fuck. Get that animal and ruler theme up real quick.
Oh my god. So like, oh my god, are we gonna see like 10 Gorilla Grods on a team?
Dude, and he's a chase.
I'm a +15.
Dude, why not, right?
Oh, and then look at the Revenge on Gorilla City.
All right, so
this is
Revenge on Gorilla City is a trait. Free once per turn, all characters with this effect. So it sounds like there's going to be other characters.
No, it's just if you're playing multiple Grods.
Okay.
This triggers for it's only one.
There might be some Gorilla minions. 3 through 4, give each opposing character within 4 squares of Gorilla God that occupies hindering an action token. All right. 5 through 6, deal each opposing character within 4 squares of Gorilla God that occupies hindering terrain 1 penetrating damage.
God, that's another just free.
Yeah.
Like you're not like you're not even playing him for that. You're playing him because he can hit, because he has a move and attack as well.
Yeah. So his move and attack is the special movement power. He has leap climb, mind control. When Gorilla God uses leap climb and moves 4 squares or less, after resolutions he can use either mind control or quake at no cost. So it's like a pseudo charge.
It's already. I mean.
Yeah. 10 attack, super strength.
So we all know how dumb, right? For 10 points, all that, right? But if you also look at his dial for 40 points, he's very good for 40.
Yeah.
Because that's 40 points with like 11, 11, 10, 10, 10, with 3s all the way down, with the reducers all the way. This guy could just be, I'm wondering just how strong like the Injustice League guys are going to be now.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot. And Legion of Doom. So.
Yeah, right? Like, oh my god. I think that's nuts, though. 10 points for this.
Dude, it's like him or Carnage, right?
I mean...
Like, you look at him and Carnage, like, you're getting a lot for your 10 points from both of them. Carnage gives you the Pog. This guy gives you possibility of penetrating damage or token. It's still really good. So
hold on. When you call him in, is he on click 1?
No, it comes on his blue starting line.
Oh, did I? Okay, good.
Right here, yeah.
I missed that part. Oh my god. But so you can also just play him at 10 points. Like you're like, for me, you're most likely going to play him at 10, right?
Yeah, no, of course.
But oh god, as if Ruler needs more help, Black Adam's going to have more friends. Okay.
Yeah, easy. Just keep him in the back line or move him up for the Empower when you need it.
Wait. Jason
what?
too?
Jason,
Ruler? Yeah. All right, let's get that. Let's get the
give those Pogs a little Empower, right?
Oh my god. Okay.
So, yeah, especially in bronze. All right. There's some more. There's some more. Superman. So this is
a team up card.
So one of the team up cards. It's gonna get complicated with the team up cards, I feel, but that's just me. Yeah. So Kryptonian. If Superman is part of the listed theme team, he can use leadership. When he does and removes an action token from a character with the listed keyword, heal that character 1 click. So after revealing forces, you may replace the game's element default card with an alternate card. If you can't choose a team up card, if any character on your starting force shares the name. So that's for Justice League. At the beginning of your turn, roll a d6. On a 6, remove an action token from another friendly character with the Justice League keyword that's 100 points. So that's like separate from leadership.
Yeah.
And then as a third trait, once per game when another friendly character rolls for the Justice League Unlimited trait, you may change that result to a 6. So it's like an automatic leadership once.
I feel like he's most likely, because he's 100 points, and he's kind of more or less just like a vanilla. He'll just be played in sealed and casual games. But what I like about these team up cards is it says theme team up. So you're getting on top of being like your theme team probs and your map bonus, you're also getting this. You're getting this, right? The Kryptonian thing. So that's as if we didn't have enough incentive already to play theme.
Yeah.
This is just gonna like put it way over.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of theme teams you'll see when you look at the lists.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that's all it is right now.
That's all it is themes, high themes. All right, so speaking of themes, I think this new Lex Luthor would you say look nice on a Shield or Avengers
Shield
team?
or Avengers. Probably more so in Shield, just because he goes well with the Shield theme, which is like range stuff.
The range, the bump and damage,
pumping damage, and all I got was more range guys, and he has enhancement with range stuff.
Yeah, so he has a team up, Solomon Grundy. If the listed friendly,
those who don't know,
if the listed friendly character is on the map, so this is different than like the team up. He just has to be on the map. So Lex Luthor can use invulnerability. After revealing your force, you may use a alternate card. Injustice. At the beginning of your turn, you roll a d6. Instead of removing a token, you can now add a token to a 100-point character or less. The icing on the cake for this gentleman
this is nice.
The custom-made array technology. Free. Choose one. Psychic Penetrating Blast. Precision Strike. Range Combat Expert, or Improved Targeting through Hindering. Lex Luthor can use the chosen power ability this turn.
So good. He's I feel, in Seal, I think he's gonna be nuts. But man, like to have that kind of like Pen Blast, Precision Strike, Range Combat Expert, or Improved Targeting, that can help a lot. And all to note though, he is also a Superman enemy. So if you have like a wild card or another Superman enemy, he has Outwit on top of that.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Right. So if he chooses, let's say he chooses Improved Targeting, Hindering, now he can like outwit them in stealth.
Yes.
So that's awesome. But what he's got politician, scientist. Scientist is probably something that's going to be
popping
increasing. Up. Yeah, there's a lot more now.
That in Justice League, so there may be enough in this set, and then from some of the other sets.
We already have him and Grundy, right? Him and Grundy already 125.
Yeah, that's.
And that Grundy's already pretty nuts as it is.
The Grundy is really good.
Oh god, he's gonna have 10 clicks of life. Does it say real quick? Can you go back to Grundy real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Does it say are you going to score him twice, or does it say instead?
No, you don't score him twice. He just goes to the next click. So the first time Solemn Grundy would be KO'd instead, turn him to another Clix.
Because other ones will say, yeah, he's KO'd. You just put him on the other Clix, so you score him twice.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I needed to see if it had instead.
That would be horrible.
Because the old Grundy? Well, no, it's not. Because 10 clicks, there has to be a downside, right? What's the downside?
Yeah.
There's no downside to him.
150 points. There's not. He's really good.
Now that would be the downside.
Oh, he's outwittable. But
okay. He's still 10 clicks.
Yeah.
You can't stop him. If he's on the last click, you're gonna have to waste an attack to get him back to the top click. That's not good.
Yeah.
He's basically cheaper he's like a cheaper Hulk.
Yeah.
You know, Hulk you have to KO him 3 times. This one you KO him twice. But this one has a lot more options because he can go to the different dials.
No, exactly.
Oh God, that's gonna be gross. Yeah. And steal energy? Come on.
Yeah, so you can do some work.
Doing here.
All right. So I would also like to congratulate you, Mr. Patrick Yabjoko.
So he came out today
into the Hall of Fame of The Rock.
Yeah, it was very honored, privileged, humbled for sure. I mean, I didn't think that this would even be a thing just because, it's Heroclix, but it's feels good to be recognized.
Yeah.
Or work in the field, but the other guys we didn't talk about. I told you about Daniel Jones, right? We talked about?
So
Jones.
We talked about.
So we got to talk about 2 more guys.
So no, who's the first guy we talked about?
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones, and then the second inductee was Scott Crampton.
Scott Crampton, yeah. So Crampton, with no P.
Company.
It's not. There's no. He always said there's no P. It's Crampton, not Crampton.
Crampton.
Yeah.
Crampton.
So.
My apologies, sir.
No, everybody does that. They always put the P, and he's like, it's not spelled right.
Yeah. Well, Daniel complained to me too, so just preempting any complaining. It was I was in the wrong. I admitted it.
Why? What happened?
Remember when I called it was Daniel? I called Daniel's wrong last name. It's Choi, not Cho or something.
Oh, Cho. Yeah, that's right. Cho. It's Cho. Yeah, that's right.
I know. I butchered that completely wrong. So my
apologies. I get it.
So Crampton.
So when it comes to Scott, he's been from 2005 until I want to say 2011.
Mm-hmm.
He was like the man. He was winning everything. He won all the Wizard Worlds, all the regionals, like anything you could think of. I wasn't playing during this time, but I would always have one ear open to hear about Heroclix, and I'd always see his name. It would be him and Alan, him and Alan Mason.
Yeah.
And then Roland Wellington's another one too. So those 2 West Coast guys got to give them love. But I always, I was like, damn, Scott, this guy, this guy must be really good. And then my friend Billy and I, when we got back we went to Dragon Con in 2011 or 2010. 2010 or 2011, one of those 2. We went and we played in that modern, and Scott was there. I was like, hey Billy, this is the guy. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, dude, this is the guy that's he's the best player. Like, okay. And Billy is actually my friend who we used to play. We played when we started, and then he's like MIA right now, but he beat him. Billy was the guy that basically taught me a lot of stuff. Billy beat him in the tournament.
Oh, and nice.
I played him. We played so we made to the top cut, and we played in the top 8 or whatever, and I got to play him. And he's playing the Metron Nightcrawler Nurse, the top team, right? I was like, shit. But so I had a team that can theoretically beat it. It was 2 Johnny Quicks and Metron.
Yeah.
There's video of a guy that won our first 1K using my team. And he beat Roland Wellington in the finals. So there's that. Anyway, basically the Johnny Quicks, I have double hyper to try to punch Nightcrawler. And I have triple perplex and prob, whatever. We play, and I get Nightcrawler to second to last click. And he's really hard to hit, right? Nightcrawler has super sensitive shape change.
Yeah.
19 defense.
Yeah, he's no joke.
Yeah, and then but I'm just overwhelming him because I'm hitting him twice at a time, and then 2 at a time, and he gets to the second last click, and then he thinks about it, and he runs back, and then the nurse has like a 9, or I think it's like 8 attack. I think it's 8, 7, or no, that nurse I believe it's a 7 or 8 attack.
Mm-hmm.
And Nightcrawler's like a 17 defense.
Oh my god.
And so you need to roll a 9 to heal.
And of course he rolls a 9.
He rolls a 9 and he rolls like a 5 or a 4 or whatever, and he goes back. So he goes back up to his like last click of hyper. And I'm like, well, there goes that game, because now Nightcrawler's gonna come hyper me, pull one of my Johnny Quicks, pull back, and Metron's gonna blast him. Sure enough, that's what happened. And so he ends up winning. I kill the nurse and he kills Johnny Quick. And my other Johnny Quick can't match Nightcrawler, and the Metrons kind of negate each other because you just move out of the way.
Yeah.
And so I ended up losing. And I was like, damn. But he positioned so well, like as everyone else throughout the tournament, I was like easily just like wrecking. Note, I played against Easton at that same tournament when Easton was like, I want to say 13 or 14. No.
Like Isaac's age?
Yeah, no, he was probably like 13. He was just barely a teenager. And Easton had a really good team as well. And I played him. That was the first time we ever played because Howard was there too. And I beat him. That's why I beat him to like get to Scott, you know?
Yeah.
And, but Scott just like, I was like, damn. That was like, it was like, shit, that was like impeccable placement. And I could never get a clear whatever. And he always made it where I needed like, you know, hard hits to hit him, and he had like 2 ways to roll out in a prob, all that stuff. And then he ended up winning that. It was a Dragon Con.
Yeah. Won the whole event.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, he won.
Yep.
That was the one he won.
He won in 2011, 2012.
Yeah, and then the next year he won that as well. Like we all went to that one, 2012. This is when Krakow was legal. And he ended up winning that tournament.
I love that map.
Oh god! And he ended up winning it with, and he metagamed it perfectly. He played a team just for like the Krakoa map, basically. So he played like a scientist theme with like Superman, 2 aim guys, and something else. He had like 4 guys on the team. They're all scientists, but he had barrier. They all had toughness and perplex. So you couldn't So when Krakoa would hit, it wouldn't damage anybody. So he would just stay back, and then all the guys that don't have reducers, like all the Scarlet Witches, were all dead. So he won that one.
That's good.
And then the year after that, I believe he won, or no, he didn't. But I think he played Nick Peterson. And that's when they were playing like, it was like blue base versus the blue team, the blue X-Men base
versus the gold X-Men.
Versus the New Mutants team base.
Okay.
I forget who won, but like Scott was like always there in the top, you know. So
yeah,
even all the way then, he was just wrecking everybody, you know. So he was like one of the OG guys that I remember. That when I came back, he was the guy that I was like, you know. And then we became friends after that because like, you know, once you know, then in 2014 when I started doing better and I finally got to play these guys, and then I would win, and I actually beat him. And then we played in the Nationals. He beat me. He wrecked me with the Skrulls team base. The zombies team base. I was playing Quinjet, and he just annihilated me. And he won Nationals that one. I got second. But then the next day was Worlds. And I won that. And then he got mad. He's funny because he goes, well, he's like, I got to be champion for one day. Because the next day I was forgotten because the world champion wins the next day, which completely like negates the national champion because it was.
It really does though.
It's dumb. Yeah, like, it's basically one big qualifier.
Like you explained it like that, I was like, dang, yeah. I was like, sorry,
it was
dude.
tough because we played in the finals on nationals in 2016, and we finished at like, I don't know, 8:00. We played like in the evening time, and he won. And, like nobody was there.
After playing from like 10 in the morning.
Right, yeah. And then like nobody was there. And then the next day we're playing the next day is Worlds. And then when that, and it's like, he's like, well, shit, I didn't even have 24 hours. So.
Bring your collection with you so you can adjust.
Yeah. That was funny because he just like, he would give me shit about that after, you know, every now and then.
That was pretty funny. But hey.
Yeah.
I'm glad they've evolved.
Yeah,
And
they did.
Split it up.
And then of course George, he's part of that old crew as well.
George
Now,
Massey.
now George, he was the 2010 world champion. He won with Black Adam.
Yep.
And does Alan listen to this? Does Alan listen?
I think sometimes. Is this when Alan forgot about first round immunity? He needs to listen to this
because Alan needs to know about first round immunity.
Oh yeah, this is when Alan forgot about first.
Oh god. Okay, so there's a very grainy footage of this that somebody recorded. I remember watching because this is on Realms. It was a big deal. Like there was nothing right, but it was like what happened. It was like some controversy, and but it's the finals, right? And George is playing a really dope team. It's like, I mean, what did I play this weekend? A 4 prob team with dice manipulators, right?
Yeah.
He played Black Adam. He's Shazam, which is a Black Adam Shazam duo.
Mm-hmm.
They have prob. 2 Scarlet Witches from Avengers set. They have prob. Yep. And 2 Jason Bloods that turn into Etrigan. And when they turn to Etrigan, Etrigan has prob and perplex. So he has 5 probs and 2 perplexes.
It's pretty good.
And he's playing the phone booth. The phone booth, you can free action to damage your guy 1. Unavoidable. So what you would do is you would get Jason Blood down to the alter ego click.
Yeah.
And then you would power action, turn into Etrigan. And Etrigan's he has Mystics. He has 9 attack with blades. He has range, and then he has prob perplex.
Yeah.
He's only 3 clicks, but I mean, good luck trying to hit that when you're getting prob and this is when prob was 10 range. Prob and perplex was 10 range, yeah. So
that's hilarious.
And Alan's actually playing a really cool team. He's playing Thing Metron.
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
It's a really cool team that was like the team that basically by him playing that team, I fully expect Alan to be in the next class as well. But he like made that team what it was because he played Thing Metron, and then when Nightcrawler came out, they just substituted. Like nobody was really playing Metron.
Yeah.
But then after that, everybody started playing Metron because the year that Daniel Jones won the next year, he won with Metron Nightcrawler.
Yes.
Oh, so I'm sorry. Then this was 2011 then when I went to Dragon Con because that's when Scott played Metron Nightcrawler. Otherwise, it wasn't legal in 2010. Anyway, Alan moves up.
All the way.
All the way up.
All the way. I've heard the story. The way up.
He moves up and he goes, I'm going to outwit your hypersonic speed on Black Adam. And George goes, if you look in the video, I don't know where it is, but he goes, where are you placing Thing? Oh, I'm putting him here. Oh, where are you putting Metron there? Okay. So he gets an action token. He's like, yeah. So he puts an action token and he goes, okay, now you're going to outwit Black Adam? Yeah. Or Shazam? Sorry, it was Shazam, not Black Adam. It was Shazam because Black Adam doesn't have hyper. He goes, outwitting? Yeah. And he goes, first round immunity. And he's like,
damn.
Oh, well then in that case I want to go. And he's like, no, I asked you what you were going to do. You place them there, you put the token there, and then you moved on to this. And like, you have to do that. Like, sorry. And that was it.
Damn.
It was still a hard match just because Metron and Thing have like high defense in, like he doesn't have outwit. George doesn't have outwit on his team. So he just has to slog through. He has to slog through imperv and invuln through prob and the rerolls and stuff like that.
Jeez.
So, but he won, and then I remember when he won because I didn't get to go to Worlds that year, and because that was the first year to get back, and I was like, I want to go next year, and then and it was so funny because George was such a troll back then that he posted. I remember when he won, and people were like, "Oh, this guy's a jerk," right? They're like, "He's a jerk because he's a competitive player."
Yeah. And
keep in mind, this was the first major event after NECA bought.
Yeah, NECA just took over after Hammer Thor,
like,
right?
Before that, it was like a world championship, but like this was like the real, like, okay, now we're doing this is Worlds. Because before that, it was more like regional championships, like Wizard Worlds and stuff.
Yeah.
And they even had like Indie, Marvel, and DC. This was just like everything in one. And then they didn't really have rotation and stuff. So anyway, so George, kind of trolls everybody on Realms and says, Oh, I only play high stakes Heroclix. We go to our basement and we go around and we it's like he was describing it like those home poker game
Yeah.
rooms where everybody's like in like with this light over the top and everybody has smoking cigars and they're like drinking beer like so but like they're betting high stakes like
That's
a chase
hilarious.
for it
Yeah.
like chase that's chase for a chase.
Yeah.
Like that, right? Some of that I think is true, but I think he just kind of embellished it to make it like to really just like piss people off. Like, yeah, and then people are like, see, that's
to
why you're
sell
such
it.
a dick. Why he's like this. And me, I'm like, man, what an asshole. It's just like I'm just reading because I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I don't know better. And I'm like, oh, is he really like that? And I'm like, wow, so stupid, the internet, right? You just like believe anything you read, right? So
in 2010, apparently.
yeah, right. Dude, I don't really know.
Hey, we've evolved in the past 10 years.
Exactly, right? Just like how
the
the internet was, right? And this was like what Twitter was still new.
Fuck, but yeah, if it was even around.
So yeah, if it was even
Twitter
around.
10 years old.
And then I went to Worlds 2011, right?
Yeah.
And just so you know, Steven Plasko, it's in the article. I even mention him because I always have to feel like stand up for that guy every time because they got to know this Heroclix history. He's the first ever world champion, and nobody knows him. Nobody remembers him, whatever. But he started the whole thing. So every time I see him, I always be like, dude, this is the first ever world champion. I was like, anybody's listening, hey, kind of like pay your respects. That's the first ever champion right there. And he's, Steven, like, it's really nice. Oh no, man, it's very like very nice. Just, like, oh no, but I'm like, no, dude, you got to remember, like, people got to know, like, you're the guy that started it all, And I remember because I played him in 2016, and before we started, I played him. Right, he's playing Krang, and I stood up and I go, hey, everyone around, this is the first ever world champion.
Nice.
Like, you guys should know this name's Steven Plasko. And just like everyone's like, oh, okay, like kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm like, you assholes. You should pay tribute.
Pieces of shit.
Yeah, and he's the guy that started it, that gave us fucking Firelord and Wasp and Vulture and bullshit. Anyway, but Alan. So I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anyone because I'm still new. I don't know anybody. Yeah. And Alan's the only guy that I know because back in our day, Alan was the boogeyman out in the West, right? So, we became friends and we even played versus together. So we kept in touch, and I was like, hey man, he's like, oh cool, yeah, come hang out. So we're going around, and he came around and introduced me to George, to Scott, to Steven.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, like whoa, like for me, I'm like, oh my god, these guys are like royalty because I know all these guys from the events,
the internet, yeah,
or like just because they won, they're like and like Alan was up there because Alan was like a top player, like he's one of the top players, and then there's George world champion, Scott the best, and then so those four were there. It's like I wish I took a picture, and I'm just like, oh hey, how's it going, and then little did I know that like I'd be friends with them like after, and and I remember going, wow, this George guy is really nice. He's not a jerk. What the hell? I'm like, he like ruined everything because I was expecting him to be this fucking Darth Vader guy, and I'm like,
that's a great description. Yeah,
it's super nice, super this, and I'm like, oh, so that's when I'm like, you mean all that was a persona? You know what I mean? And and then he's very funny, he's very sarcastic, and tells like dad jokes or whatever. But nice. But yeah, and then he's like and became friends, and obviously he came out here to fly, he flew out here to play in our event. But and George went like he got in 2011 so he won 2010, 2011 he got to top 8, lost. 2012 he got to when he played Black Adam, he got to the finals. He lost to Alex.
Yeah, he got second place finish.
Second place. And in 2013, I think he got top 16 or top 8 at Modern, but the Golden Age Worlds, he got to the finals against Jake.
Oh, nice.
So that just shows you just how freaking good, he was. And I remember in 2014, that's when I went on my run in 2014, and I just remember this. I didn't go to nationals because there was a Rock Super Qualifier in Denver. Nationals in Ohio, the qualifiers in Denver. Where we're gonna go?
Yeah, it's a little closer.
Like, also, we don't have to pay for the freaking Origins.
Con, yeah.
Oh yeah, so we went there, and then
I gotta pay for the con too.
Of course, then the chatter on the realms were like, "Oh, he's ducking everybody." You know, I'm like, dude,
hey, I go those people that duck,
and I go. So all I wrote was, "I'll see you guys at Worlds." That's all I wrote on the thing.
Yeah.
And then, so I went there to Worlds, and then sure enough, there's the qualifiers. I'm 4-0. George is 4-0. We're playing in table 1. And then, so that was like, to me, that was like, okay, this is my first real, like the first test, if I can, where I'm at, because he's the guy. Okay, let's see.
He's the guy to beat.
Yeah, there's the guy right now. He's undefeated, and he was playing Bizarre at 250 with the older rules.
Yeah.
Split lip at 20, full book. I think book. Or he played one less thing, and he played like a 3-point pog, whatever.
Yeah.
But
and still no IDs, right?
Yeah. No, none.
Yeah.
So this was when it was like real Heroclix.
What?
Yeah, dude. No fucking IDs.
Oh, I know. IDs. IDs are a thing.
Yeah, you have to actually play stuff on the board. And then yeah, says the guy who plays Quinjet. I get it.
Play the smart choice.
So we played, and I beat him. I got Bizarre on the last click. So he didn't kill anything, but I killed Split Lip and his Pogs, and I got Bizarre to the last token. And time was called, like last action, as it was starting my turn. I was going to kill him that turn. So I ended up winning, but I was like, okay, it felt good that I was able to handle him, So I was like, okay, cool. And then the next test, I mean, there was like a bunch of them, like Matt Esbrook at the time. I knew him from before because I know he's 4 points, and that's when I played him with his fucking Undying team. Always plays Undying. He was always playing it ever since 2014. As far as I know, he's playing Undying, and I end up I beat him.
That's gonna be on his like gravestone.
It's just
the Undying.
The Undying, and he's on the ground. He's gonna come back, and then Adam Friedman was the national champion that year, and I played him in the top 8, or the top 4 of Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a really tight game, really tight. We had to go to a roll-off, okay? But I had Prob from the Battery, Prob from Iron Pharaoh, and a theme team Prob from Lyra, okay?
Yeah.
I needed a 9 to kill his Despotalis. Then miss. All my probs miss. All right, I needed a 9. So we go to roll-off. He rolls a 7. Guess what my roll was on the roll-off?
A 9.
So I was like, it's fitting, dude. I needed a 9 to win.
Yeah.
Right? And he goes, okay. He's like, and he goes, okay, but I still owe you one because, like that's a roll-off. I'm like, yeah, I get it. So I end up winning, and then we play in the top. We play in the top 4 of. No, we play in the finals of the Team Worlds.
Yeah.
Play him again, same team. This time I basically crush him.
Yeah.
And then he goes, okay, that's fair. You beat me fair and square. Good game.
Like, thanks, Adam.
Yeah. And then I was like, all right. Well, I'm like, okay. I mean, that's legit because he was a national champion, and I was able to with him. And then before that, I played against Ed Arnold Berkovitz, right? Who's another guy. That's like another top
4
guy.
points, right?
Yeah. And I beat him too. So I was like, okay, that's when I was like, okay, then maybe, all right, I can hang, like I think I'm pretty good because these are all the guys that I needed to test myself against, Even though I was going all around the country playing against all the top guys, I just hadn't run into the top.
There was like a checklist.
Yeah, dude, that's why I purposely, the reason why I went to go to all these places, because I wanted to go play the best guy to see if I can hang with them. I wanted the challenge, So
I like it.
If I can hang with them, then that means I know. Because if not, it would be like, yeah, you won, but you didn't play against these guys.
This is true.
But if you win going through them, then I think it's 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 like more it's like more validation, right? Because then now there's no more excuse like why they can't say like, oh well, they weren't there, that's why you won.
Yeah, no, this is true.
So
this is true. So
yeah, so that was
is our inductees. Is there anything else you want to say about your induction?
Well, I do want to thank all for the main guys that helped me get to where I am, where I got to get to this point was like obviously Kevin, Justin, Chris, the three guys the four of us, the Apex Predators when we were wearing the shirt. But we tested, we traveled, they helped me get better. Everything. They did everything to help, like they did the point to where they would go, like I remember at Dragon Con that year when I won Dragon Con, they went to Troll and Toad in the morning at like right when they opened to go crack open Legion of Superhero gravity feeds until they found a triplicate girl for me. They're like, you sleep, we'll go get it.
Dang, dude. Hey, that's like brotherhood, that's friendship, that's
you know why?
That's like family.
Yeah, because I gave Justin, I said, Justin, you can play my team. I just gave him all my stuff, you could play it. He's like, but I don't know what I'm going to play. So, and then Kevin we tested his team. His team was dope. His team was really good. So I'm like, Kevin, your team is set. You're good. So Justin's like, well, I want to play something good. I'm like, fine, you play my teams. We played the Iron Pharaoh and Lyra. And he was undefeated all the way up until we played in the top 16, right? Mm-hmm. And that night when we went to eat, we didn't go back. We didn't go to bed until like 2 or 3 in the morning. Oh my god! Because we were thinking about what my team was gonna be. Because I'm like, well, fuck, you guys have your teams. What about me? So then we helped. Then we came up with a stupid triplicate girl team. But yeah, so those guys for sure, and then obviously all my organizers and my judges that were like helped start the 1K.
Yeah.
All the way from Billy to Alex to Ryan to Jay to RD. Those guys aren't here anymore. Like RD left. Billy doesn't anymore. He even did my coverage, like he did play-by-play. Alex now, Ryan Roberts was there before, and if it wasn't for them and even you, like helping to the circuit now, we wouldn't be where we're at. So, like there's a lot. Like I wrote, I think there's too many people to name, but like this is off, and obviously Howard for like starting this, and also we co-founded The Rock in 2012 because after Dragon Con that it was Tony Burian, Typhon from Realms, Howard, me, Terry, he was the judge, and then a couple of guys, Charlie, who plays Dice Masters now, and Brian Sparks. He was like over there in Atlanta, but we all met, and Norm from WizKids, the organizer, head judge. We all met at a barbecue joint in Atlanta to start The Rock.
There you go.
And that's how it started in 2012, and then it fired off in 2013, and then like look where it is now.
Yeah, no, they're partnering up with the WizKids.
So that's that was really cool. I think there's gonna be a ceremony.
Oh, nice. Are they gonna fly you out?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go there anyway. It's gonna be during the Rock Cup.
Okay.
I think we're getting
rings. Like class rings.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and nice. Then we're gonna have a plaque to take home for here, and there's gonna be a plaque on the wall at the store that's just gonna have all the Hall of Fame.
Nice. Well, very cool. Congratulations, sir. You deserve it.
Yeah, and there's a QR code that you can scan. It's gonna open up a web page that shows like what your accomplishments are or what you. So.
Very nice.
So maybe you play in the national level, you get there.
Hey, that's a plan. I think
the thing is you have, the hardest thing that I found is finding people that have the same dedication and drive that I do.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's the hardest part, because all I hear from people are just excuses why they can't come. I understand life and stuff, but for me, if you like, I've always believed that if you want to achieve greatness, if you want to be great at something, even if it's whatever, just great at something, you it requires sacrifice, commitment, and there's another. It was sacrifice, commitment, and something else. Like you oh, and risk,
Yeah.
sacrifice, commitment. You need to take a risk to just put yourself out there and go. Dare, like they say in boxing, dare to be great. So you got to go for it.
Yeah. Like, if you don't put yourself out there, there's no way to do something different than what you're doing.
Commitment, make time. And that's what I always find the hardest around. That's why, like, people ask, "Oh, how come you don't have anybody give Apex shirts?" Because I don't want. The closest one to me right now would be Alyssa. So and that's why she has a shirt, because she commits herself. She as much as she can, right? Now that she has weekends off, she's down to do whatever. But like, she's good enough. Now that she has what she needs to do, and if she really wants to, like, I would like definitely help her to get to like way to the next level, because she's good. It's just like not sometimes, before it was just like, oh, I go or I won't go, whatever. But when she wants to go, she'll make time to go, and that's what I really like. That's why I want to give her the shirt. The people that can't, like, to me, I understand life gets in the way, but that also means if your priority is not to be great at this, then there's nothing wrong with that. You're just not going to be part of my that you're just not going to be part of the Apex Predator. That's all.
Yeah.
Because nice. I require that kind of, like, if you want to be, you got to be like committed. You got to come to practice. You got to do this. You got to go to events. You got to input on your on what the metagame looks like, what you're going to play, all these things, and then sacrifice. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to have to, like, sacrifice weekend some time. Just make time. That's basically it. If you can't, fine.
Put in the effort.
Yeah. You gotta
participate.
Yeah. So, and that's what Kevin, Justin, and Chris did.
Yeah.
Like, did I tell you what Justin used to do? He would go to work. This is why I was like, dude, this is why, and he became a champion too. Same with Chris. Justin would get up at 5 a.m. to go to work at 7 in LA, right? He would get off work, dead tired from manually. He works on the railroad tracks. Come back, play in the tournament at the store or practice when we need to. Then we would go home, because when we used to live together, and then he would bug me to test at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And keep in mind, he has to get up at 5 the next morning. If that ain't fucking commitment, that's why I was like, dude, fine, I will do it. And he would fall asleep, literally fall asleep on the couch with the app open on the phone, and we're talking about teams.
Oh, that's hella funny. Hey, no, but dude, like,
eat, sleep, and drink. Yeah, that's insane. That's like a 12 like
that's
full
like perfect
day
thing of like how hard work pays off, right?
Yeah, and Chris Flores would work he used to work at Home Depot, and he would work until when Home Depot closes at 11. Yeah. Chris would come over at 11:30 and stay until like 1 or 2 a.m. practicing.
That's good.
Like, wow. Because that's what that's what we want to do. And then not only that, but we traveled to Mexico, we traveled to Canada. Kevin was like that. So that's why it was like, okay, cool. And that's why we were successful, I think, because we all had the same goal, to get better, and we practiced like nonstop. And this was before Roll20, so we actually had to do it in person.
This is true. Roll20 makes it a little easier.
Yeah.
A little more time consuming, but a little easier.
Yeah, for sure. You can even be like, I'll just pretend that's what that is. Let's go.
This is true. Yeah, dude. No, I'm excited for this year's nationals.
Yeah, we'll get there, man.
Time will tell. But for now, we have this event coming up this Saturday. Well, actually, this Friday. It's like a 3-day event, basically. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday now.
How many people do you expect?
We're thinking, 25, right?
You think so? Okay, so who is... We're doing the math. We counted 25. But who Like name them.
Oh, I have to think of that right now.
Name stuff.
Why do you want me to name people right now?
Okay, Okay, let's start with the farthest north. We got 3 from Pacific Northwest, right?
4, right? Zach,
Oh,
Chip, Brian, Corey.
Oh, Brian's coming too?
I thought Brian was coming.
Okay, that's cool. All right.
Yeah, Brian's coming to challenge Steve.
Okay, and then
and then
okay, and then
Jonah and his crew.
How many is that?
I think he said like 6.
Oh, dude, that's already a lot. How many from your store?
Probably like 3, 4.
So we're at 6, 10, 14.
Yeah.
Well, we're bringing 3 from mine.
Okay.
So that's already 17. Bakersfield's gonna go. That's at least 4.
Yeah.
It's already 21?
21.
And then the Barragans are coming. That's 2 more. That's 23.
Yeah.
The Cotes are going. That's 25.
Yeah.
Are anybody from Fresno? Do you know?
Aaron said it's.
Oh, Aaron said he's not going.
Okay.
He said he wanted to give everyone a chance.
That's nice of him. Very kind of you.
What about Roseville? Oh yeah, well that's who.
Yeah, Ernie said he was coming down with the crew, but I don't know how many that's going to be.
Yeah. So it's at least 25, man. I think you get 30 if you could get the Oakland guys to show up.
Yeah, Brentwood guys.
Oh, sorry, Brentwood. I don't know why
Oakland's like the other way.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then so Friday night is the
last chance qualifier.
Okay. I think you're getting a lot for that because everybody's already talking about like, oh, what should we play?
Yeah, no, there's been a big buzz about that, so that'll be a good
tournament. I want to play. I'm gonna definitely play.
You should play.
And I don't know if I should run. Should I run the Sentinels, or do I go with the new hotness?
Ooh, the new hotness. You're running double Jasons.
No, no. Oh man. Oh my god, fuck those guys, dude.
All right, so like, I played the double Jasons in bronze against Paul. It was a really good team, but I was playing the Phoenix Force. It didn't work out well.
You can't.
Like,
there's like no way.
It's a bad matchup. So
Shredders just eat them alive.
No, I was playing Turtles.
Oh yeah, Poison eats them alive.
Yeah. So like it just was a bad matchup, but going against them in Modern, it was a different story. But yeah, so this weekend we have the Last Dance Trial. You said Big Buzz, you're gonna play.
Yeah, I'm gonna play for sure.
Pat might try and take your first place, but he can't do it. So
no, I can't. So I'll just concede. Someone buy me beer.
There you go.
That's if I win.
Yeah.
I'm out for blood now, man. I didn't like that I got third.
Oh, I know, right? That's how I felt at like Chico.
That. But I did. That's why I didn't even say, Aaron, people are like, dude, you didn't play and you got third. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, if you're not first, you're last,
Yeah, that's how I felt. But, then I got worse.
But oh, dude, I let you down. All right, lay it in. I'm like, no, don't worry, man.
I was like, no,
you're down. Don't worry, I'll kick you when you're not looking.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you. I'll preemptively hold my ribs for now.
But I don't know. Now I've been looking a little bit more modern because I'm like, dude, I know I could have. Because I know that, like, I other than that one little mistake with Alyssa, and then I don't know what I could have done against Paul. I don't think I could have done anything because you looked at it and I'm like,
no, I was watching. I was like,
he has to miss an attack. Like that's my only hope.
No, like Paul has to miss a lot of attacks.
Yeah. Oh my god. And he has triple perplex. What am I supposed to do? So I don't know.
Yeah, I remember when Paul made the comment. He's like, "You don't have perplex on your team."
Yeah.
But I have 5 probs.
Yeah, I have 5 probs and dice. I don't need it. I think he means like, oh, you can't do your damage. Like.
Yeah, I was like.
But I don't need it. If Gardner's attacking twice, he's doing 6.
Yeah, he can do some work. But
yeah.
So last chance qualifier, and then that kicks off at 6. We'll do our 3 rounds of Swiss, do our cut, go hang out afterwards.
Did you see what the? You already have your pricing, but like, did you see what I put on the page for your co-main event pricing? Just as like OP kit stuff.
Oh no!
Like
what was it?
The Mara. You can bring it up right now. So bring up on so people could look right now. We'll go over right now. Go on the Open Series page and then look at the
Open Series page.
Yeah, that's where it is. Everything's gonna be there.
Everything.
And then you look at the
where do I go?
It says events, and then you look at the 1K. Yeah, I updated it. So look at that, baby! Look at that!
Dude, those dice are beautiful.
Yeah, and then so that's all this stuff, right? Look up and go up, right? That's all. Is that correct?
Fantastic Four Cosmic Clash is not going to happen.
Okay, but I am bringing Quinjet, Deadpool's Mark Jet.
Yeah, so, I think the Fantastic Four is going to get replaced with a Tri-Sentinel.
Okay, that's probably better.
Yeah, that's definitely better.
Yeah, and then so scroll down because then I put the co-main.
Oh, nice, perfect.
You can add. So I put 12 to 1, whatever.
Okay,
OP
nice.
Kit, Majestic Dice, Bystander, Temple Idol, Ice, and then the pricing is OP Kit at the end. Basically, you can just give them the merit kits.
Yeah, no, I have those ready to go, and I actually also have some other stuff that I ordered. Yeah. I ordered some of those new boxing rings or the wrestling rings. So I'll give one of those away too.
The wrestling rings? What do you mean?
So Jesse Blanche makes the wrestling rings. The
same
one that made the boxing ring.
Okay.
I ordered some of the wrestling rings because people are getting confused why I had the wrestling.
Okay.
The boxing ring when I had the wrestling ring. So
okay.
It's a thing. But yeah, I'll get.
Yeah, that's the map. That's the dice that everybody's getting.
Nice.
Getting the dice. Getting the tokens tomorrow.
Okay, perfect.
So people who are looking for Walking Woods and stuff, hello, we got them.
Hey.
And then we're going to have like a we're gonna have like I will get it done this week for people to want to order maps like the Hoth map.
The drop shipping, yes.
Because I already got one. Chip already got one, but
okay, nice.
It might not get to him in time.
Corey, it is.
No, he didn't say anything to me.
Okay.
But if not, I do have an extra one for them to borrow if they don't get it in time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anyone's using either of my maps, so they're up for
grabs. So that's fine. And then, so go back to the main page because we need to go over the maps. So everybody,
pay attention.
It's up there. I updated it correctly on the main page, on the Facebook pages.
Yes.
So there's a map list. It's new. This is legal on March 7th.
This Saturday, 5 days.
Friday is still the old.
Actually, 4 days, 3 hours, 5 minutes.
It's going to be, look at that. So all location bonus maps. That's the first thing I put up there.
Yeah, all of them. If you have to pay 5 points to get a special additional game element, that's legal.
Yeah. And then
WizKids Convention Center, warehouse, train station, train. Yeah.
So obviously we're missing the
office
and the cargo ship. We're missing a few other things, but like if you look, there's a lot to choose from. Galabru's still there. Grand Arena, Bifrost, High Noon, Roller Derby, Forgotten Planet, Genosha, Mirror Island, Weird World, Necropolis. I think we have almost all of the Regenesis maps. I think there's only one of them.
We took out the Danger Room maps.
Yeah.
But the other ones we kept.
Yeah, there's Savage Land, Sentinel Factory, Backstage Training Center, Avengers Mansion, Pleasant Hill, and then these are the cool ones.
Yes, the ones that apparently no one has ever heard of. Well, I hope they've heard of the Flashpoint Flood, the Light Cycle Ban Arena, and Ice Planet will be legal March 7th.
Yep.
So all you winners of our trials get to use your cool map. So Arcades Arena, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Labyrinth, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Toon World, which I'll be giving away a copy of that. Nice. Also for the prizing, the ASM Strange's Mansion, the Avengers Defenders Wakanda, the PIM Labs, and the Infinity Gauntlet Mental Plane.
So we are, we didn't want to always see the same maps, and this just keeps it fresh.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot to choose from. If you don't have that Underground Cavern indoor map or WizKids Office, there are comps for it, like the labyrinth, the labyrinth map.
Yes.
And like PIM's Labs can do it. If you don't have the cargo map, Then you have the mental plane map. All these. If you want like a water map, there's Flashpoint. You want an elevator map, there's Light Cycle. You want kind of an open map, Ice Planet's there.
Yeah. So we took like what. So in case you guys didn't know, there's a group of 6 of us that voted on all these maps, and
Council.
The Bronze Age Council. There's a group of us, and we all voted on to slim down the maps from all the modern. We went through all the Bronze Age maps from Superman till now, like all the Oreo base sets that was available. Even I was looking at some of the Mage Knight maps. Unfortunately, they didn't get voted in, but we looked at all the maps and we felt the ones that would
gamma range so bad.
Yeah, I know. It was close. It was close.
So,
next round.
If anybody looks at this right now, there are 7 old maps that are in, right? It's Arcades Arena, Labyrinth, Toon World, Strange Mansion, Wakanda, Pim Labs, and Mental Plane. This will be changing quite often, or not often. It's going to be when we do it. So we're going to do it probably like twice a year.
It's like every 6 months or so.
Yeah, to change, and then we will update these 7. However, the Arcades Arena will always be here.
Yes.
Because that's for arcade. Just kind of like the location maps are always going to be in. And then obviously the modern stuff will probably rotate out again because we're going to have a lot more maps coming out. There's going to still be 2 more sets coming out.
Yeah. So as modern maps,
4 more.
So as a modern map, yeah. So as modern maps comes out, we'll add them to the list automatically,
so
right?
If you look on the Avengers Mansion of Pleasant Hill is there.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Yeah. So when Justice League comes out, when Fantastic Four, those will just automatically be added.
Added on there. Yep. And then when we do the rotation, some of these will probably go. We might rotate some back in. It all depends on what it looks like. And how we're going to get that info is scroll up. We're going to look at the most played stuff.
Hey.
So let's go over the maps real quick. That's the one.
It's a hot topic.
So we're going to use this info later on to make our decisions, which ones we should keep, which ones we shouldn't. So some of them will be there, some won't. But,
So, number 1 right now, like hands down, is Underground Caverns.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, their mother, auntie, grandma, cousin, uncle, brother, sister play this map. I think it's time we took a break. There's a lot of other maps out there we can explore.
Yes.
So, why not do it, right?
Yep.
Stark Tower, it's getting up there for one of the additional game elements.
It's because of the location.
Yeah.
It is one of the ones, right? I believe the most additional game elements.
Yeah, it's number 8 on that list. But so it's good. It's a good map and it has a great location, but it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon.
Amok Time, Wizkid's Office.
Yep.
The museum.
Mewtwo Museum is one of the newer ones, and I believe we kept that one, right? Wakanda is also a location bonus. That's from Earth X.
Yep.
Backstage area. That's also one of the maps that we kept. Oh, you can buy that map there. Flashpoint Flood. Hey, that's one of our maps.
Yep.
Savage Land. I've loved that map since it came out.
Yeah.
And I believe the Great Mound got voted off.
Did it? You scroll down. I think it's still there, no? I'm pretty sure it's there.
That was... Yeah, it got voted off.
Oh, okay.
Because that was AVPI, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is the one that has all the multi-elevation, right?
Yeah, it goes up to like level 4.
So there's that, and then... okay, then I guess let's go over... So this is... Going forward, this is what the metagame looks like going into the 1K, right? So let's look at the most played figures.
All right, so top 10 most played figures.
Bottom up.
Bottom up. So tied for 10th, we have the Mojo Super Rare. He's been played at multiple point lines, either the 75 or the 175. I want to say primarily at the 175 starting line. And then tied with him is the Nighthawk Prime. He is not.
I think it's still there.
He is not going anywhere. He is sticking around.
Yeah, that's
right. So Tribbles, obviously, because the Mojo team has been popular.
Yeah. Also, the animal teams run it now.
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
Because it helps get your theme up.
This is true. Friends of Humanity. Somebody started a trend. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, that came out of nowhere when I was looking at it. I was like, wait a minute. That's right, because I played it and then a couple of guys played.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It went up real fast. And then obviously this is 4 So 7 through 4 is the Construct team.
That's like one
Construct
team.
Magneto, Construct Sabretooth, Construct Mr. Sinister with Isaac, right?
Yeah.
That's the core of the team. In third place is the Wendigos. They're getting played in multiples, and they're getting played a lot more.
Oh yeah.
After piloting in the past 2 weekends, they're hard to deal with.
Yeah. For sure.
So number 2, Tri-Sentinel, along with the Construct team, the robots, and along with the mystical stuff. Yeah, the Sentinels.
Yeah, they have like multi-use.
Yeah, so it's the mystical teams, the Sentinel teams, and the robot teams. So
Jesus, even Hellfire if you want to try the Jason's team.
Yeah, so at least 4 different teams in bronze you can be good on.
And of course,
Big Groot, the big boy.
Still the best.
Yeah, it's like, let's build a 280-point team.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So, might as well start at 275 because every team is going to have a green arrow ID if they can.
Yeah,
but true. Working our bottom way up, tied for 10th. We have a 4-way tie.
That made it in now. Indigo made it in. It wasn't there before.
Indigo made it in, squeaking in there. Tied in with a green power battery, along with the Magneto Bounty from Days of Future Past, and then the Beast Student that came with the Quinjet.
Beast it's starting to go down. That was like number 4 or 3 at one point.
Yeah, there's just a lot more other stuff to play. Yeah. So the Gamma Bomb, that's been essential in the format since day 1.
Yep.
Number 8, the Stark Tower location bonus has crept its way up. It wasn't on there until this round.
Yeah.
It really showed up the past couple weeks. The Brotherhood of Mutants ATA, of course, that goes hand in hand with the robot team.
Yep.
Bat Signal, the yo-yo effect in Bronze Age it's there, right?
Yep.
And the number 1 most played resource is
Force still.
Phoenix Force.
That's weird. There's only 2. Wait, there's only 3 here. Only 3 resources. Interesting.
Yeah. IDs. Cyclops Student in number 4. Storm Bounty in number 3. Getting topped by not only then Shield level 7 and the Green Arrow ID. So I think
nothing's really changed other than the top 3 is kind of the same.
Yeah. I think Storm dropped because she was sitting at second for pretty
she was
close.
Second? Oh, I thought it was Shieldless too.
Oh, okay, maybe not. And then the top 10 most played sideline. We'll start with tied for 9th is
still
the Batman.
There.
Trinity War Bats.
Still there.
Storm Prime
hanging
and
on.
Superman. Yeah. So the Magneto Rare, the 2x2, is in 7th, tied with the Hulk from TMNT. That's the Hammer Hulk.
Oh, TMT.
TMT. Yeah, sorry. I always had that extra N in there. So the Beast Common.
What?
Yeah. Didn't you know Hulk was in there? So Beast the Common
still
from
there, yep.
And then Nick Fury Super Rare, of course, holding the balls. Cyclops Super Rare, again, not going anywhere. Super Storm LE, holding the hammer. Asgard Hawkeye Chase and Green Arrow Chase.
So the 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the 1, 2, 3, 4 from the most additional game elements.
Yeah, so
interesting. And then number 5 is Nick Fury, which is also interesting. It's weird because that's a very you know what I think we're gonna see now? You know what I think we should do going forward? What do you think of adding the Trouble Arts in?
That's fine.
Not many people put it, but also when the Injustice League guys, they're gonna have to be played on there, right? We're gonna have to add them too.
Yeah, because Peggy started showing up too on some of the
right. Yeah, so Peggy, also all the Jason Wingard stuff. You have all that. Right? So these aren't because all of these guys are strictly IDs, correct?
No, I have Jason Wingard people on
no, I know, but up here in the top 10, it's strictly
just IDs. Yeah.
I think we gotta go with the.
Because I wrote down the Unimind stuff and the Jason Wingard stuff. There's just not enough people playing.
True. Okay.
Those figures to make it on there.
I guess not yet.
So, Paul, make it happen, Captain.
Yeah, I know. So, okay.
All right.
Well, there's that, and then now we get to the team idea of the week.
Dun dun dun.
So,
Zach Strong is quite the team builder.
messaged me, and it's a really cool idea. I think this is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like a metagame call. But all right, so it's a mystical theme. Okay. It's he's the one that came up. We talked about it last time, where he did the scientist team, and it's still a barrier team like last time.
Yeah, he showed me a similar version to this.
So this is a +8 theme. He's playing any. It's interesting. It's a different way to look at it. It's any power battery. But what you're using is the orange. Oh, this why is this what you mentioned to me when you're like, I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, exactly. That was my epiphany. Was him showing me this. I'm like,
because this was like this already at Worlds 2014. People were using like yellow ring with green battery.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, the green lantern, or I'm sorry, any power battery plus the orange lantern ring.
Specifically.
So, it has to be that because you're not gonna get the emotional spectrum, but that's not what it's for. Orange lantern ring gives you plasticity and barrier. Okay, so that means whenever you put the construct on your guys, they're gonna have plasticity and barrier. That's really annoying.
Yeah, that's really good.
And then so the constructs are just whatever. It's gonna be bulldozer, mallet, decoy. I don't think it really matters. It's just he wants to get it on there.
Yeah.
But the main team is. It's a Sheriff Strange, Alex Wilder, Billy Batson, Wendigo, 4, and then Sloth. You bring up Sloth, and then there's the liar ring, and then the IDs are Storm Wanted, Green Arrow, Beast, and Cyclops Student. So it's like your typical. It's like basically if you look at the top 10, you just get those. So, why? What is going on?
So Sloth has a thing. Is he assigning the relic to anyone? Probably.
I'm sure you could give it to somebody. I don't know if it matters, but I mean that's pretty good. But the main thing here with him is, after an action is given to an opposing character within 4 squares resolves, that character can't be given an action. Any further actions, okay?
Yeah.
That's one. And the second part is opposing characters within 2 squares use Earthbound Neutralize. That means that you can't break walls when you walk in.
How's that?
So, how and why? So when you're barriering up with your Billy, your Doctor Strange, and Wendigo, whoever, you're doing their barrier, and you just leave it within basically 2 squares. When Juggernaut walks in, Juggernaut will be with, and you have to make sure that Sloth is within 2 squares of the barrier. Once Juggernaut gets to within 2, he has Earthbound Neutralize. He can't break the barrier.
Yeah, because he doesn't have any improved abilities anymore.
Exactly.
That's good.
So, it makes it harder, which means a couple things. Number one, he won't be able to heal.
Yeah, that's huge.
But number 2, he won't be able to quake. Right? Because like at the end of his move, he can quake. But if there's a barrier in front of you and you're indoor, he can't quake behind it. So you're stuck.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do.
The other thing is, for Sentinels, Tri-Sentinels especially, the Sentinel's going to have to move within, 3 squares to do the retail thing, like the free retail or like move through stuff, right? Okay. So they move within 3. Because you're within 4 of Sloth, you won't be able to do the free action and where it breaks the terrain and does damage, right? The retail trick.
Yeah.
Because of the freed from your Sloth, that's that trait. You can't be given opposing. You can't be given actions when you're within 4. So he moves within 4. Now you can't do the free move. You can't even sidestep. So that stops you. Also, what that means is combine that with you have Earthbound Neutralize. it can't just walk through the terrain.
Yeah.
So now
that's really smart.
Yeah. So now you're just kind of stuck, and you're like, well, how do you win? Like, okay, well, if you look at Sloth, he has triple mind control with a 12 attack. Correct? Is it incap?
Incap. Yeah, incap.
But what you give, I believe you give him the liar ring. The liar, does that give you mind control? Yeah.
Let's check it out. Perplex, mind control. Yes.
Okay. So if you go back to if you go back to Sloth. Sloth has triple
3 targets. Yeah.
He's a 12 attack. That's crazy.
Yeah. Jeez.
Mystic's Quintessence 12 attack with triple bolt mind control in cap. So you mind control with him, and then they hit each other, and then the Wendigos come out because there'll be wounds, and the Wendigos come and hit. So
that's true.
That is how it. Because what I was saying why it's a metagame call is because of you're taking into account what everybody's playing, right?
No, that's smart. Yeah.
On top of that, you're like, well, okay, why is that? Like, okay, so what else does the team do? All right, well, Sheriff Strange has Perplex. Alex Waldo has Perplex, Prob, Outwit, 2 of the 3. Billy Batson is Perplex. So you have like up to 4 Perplexes on this team.
Yeah, so you're going to be hitting something.
You're going to be hitting something, dude. Like when you get Perplex up Wendigo and he can charge Flurry somebody for like 6.
Jeez, yeah.
And then you still have your ID Collins in Storm, Green Arrow, Beast, Cyclops, right? So
yeah.
Green
it's right here.
Yeah, so Sloth is 97 points. You call him Green Arrow.
Yeah, no, yeah. So he's calling in Storm, calling in Green Arrow, Beast, Cyclops. So he's doing some work.
So and you have the main thing is you have the barrier trick, right? I mean the barrier protection.
Yeah.
One more thing which is cool, because if you run into, let's say, Captain Marvel,
yeah,
they have plasticity, so she has to stop.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Which means she can't like do the auto damage on them.
Yeah, no, that was very helpful this weekend.
Yeah, so that's another just added thing, and on top of that, what, Billy Batson has a stop click and Sheriff Strange has a stop click?
Well, and Sheriff Strange is making any other opposing character double power action
to
call in.
Man, this has a lot of problems to deal. Like, there's a lot of problems to deal with this team.
Yeah, no.
If you're facing it, which is cool, and it's a +8. It's not 11, but
he's gonna most likely win. Yeah,
for the most part.
There's not as many themes in Bronze as there is Modern right now. So
I think there is. I think it's just they're not as high.
8, 9, 10, yeah.
No, yeah, there's not. You'll see like 4, because they have to put all these points into
like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
like
you have to see
tops.
points into entities and resources, and all objects and all that stuff.
Yeah. So
I think I think he was saying he wanted to run this at the last chance qualifier or last chance trial. So we'll see.
Yeah, Zach and I have been talking. He has a lot of good barrier team ideas. So
yeah. But it's a very interesting thing to look at the orange ring without having to play the orange battery.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, that's why I asked that question a while back. I was like, "Is that okay?" And you're like, "Yeah, of course it's okay." I'm like, I just wanted to make sure before I tell.
I didn't say that. I said yes.
I think it was someone else that was like, "Of course, Jeff."
Yeah, no.
It wasn't.
I just found out, and I responded yes. I didn't say that.
Yeah, no, it was someone else. It was just like, come on, dude. I was like, I'm sorry. Just try to be sure before I give out false information. But no, I'm glad it worked out for him. And yeah, the combo is good. So I look forward to seeing how Zach will do this weekend.
Yeah. So I think that's it. There's everyone's gonna probably get in. Like, we're probably gonna get in. I want to say we'll get in. How long is the drive? 6 hours?
Like 6 with no traffic.
So if we leave at 10 in the morning, should we get there?
4 or 5.
4 or 5? Okay, that's perfect.
Enough time. Yeah. Yeah, I think that should be fine.
Because 6 hours? we'll be ahead of
traffic.
Yeah, hopefully, because we're at 10.
Well, if you go up the 580, like if you go up through 580, you'll avoid all the traffic.
Okay.
But if you go through the through Pacheco Pass, you'll hit all the 101 and the 880 traffic.
No, then we'll do 580, right? You said,
yeah.
Okay. I'll remember that. 580. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
It should be a fun weekend. And then we'll. You said you want to watch the fight Saturday night.
Yeah. So you got to find because it's a big fight. So just find a like it's more likely gonna be either Dave & Buster's, Buffalo Wild Wings, or like if you guys have a Tilted Kilt or something like that.
We have a Dave & Buster, or no, we have a Buffalo Wild Wing pretty close.
Yeah, that's usually where. Then we'll probably have to get there before 7 though. We'll probably get there by like 6.
Well, we'll do what, 5 rounds of Swiss?
Yeah, if we start at 10, you'll be done by 4.
Yeah,
we were done last time. I think we were done by 5 at the latest.
Yeah, because it took a while to finalize some stuff, do our final.
Yeah. Are you gonna stream?
Oh, of course.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have our little booth set up in the office. I'll rearrange, and then we'll do our commentary and all that good stuff.
Awesome.
And then I'll have our feature table downstairs, and everyone else will play upstairs like they.
Oh, that's even better because we could yell at them from upstairs and they can't hear us.
Well, no, our feature table will be downstairs.
Oh.
And we'll be in the office, and then everyone else will be upstairs. So we'll just have to make it happen. But it should be fun. Did you get flyers from people for their events or?
No. Yeah, because dude, they're like not even. If anything, I'll give you just like their logos and then their dates. That's
perfect.
It. And then just put it up.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Because we have like 3. We have 3 confirmed.
Nice. Well, 5 including us.
Oh yeah, I mean the dates.
Oh, dates, yeah.
Yeah, the dates are set.
I'll pick a date by then.
Yeah. Cool, man. So, all right. Well, I know this is kind of long, but we have a lot to cover. But yeah.
We do.
All right. Can't wait for this weekend, man. That'll be awesome.
Dude, I'm excited.
I gotta book the hotel. So, all right. Well, I guess until this weekend. Until next time. When in doubt, perplexity attack.
Don't forget to practice on your dice, guys. Take it easy.
Shake it, Cali.